The next album that I listened to, I was a little bit disappointed by. I think it's a good album. It's fine. But this band have had a huge resurgence recently. Obviously, nostalgia has got culture by the fucking throat and is throttling it right now. But this band are the Deftones. Well, Deftones, not the Deftones. I never got into Deftones when I was sort of growing up watching Kerrang, watching Scuzz. I was more of a Linkin Park guy. I liked a lot of the other alternative artists. I wasn't really into sort of metal-y, shoegazy, dreamy rock stuff. Obviously, they've got some bangers that I do know now, and obviously TikTok's absolutely catapulted them back into the stratosphere again. But I listened to Around the Fur, which is one of their most recognisable albums, particularly by the album artwork alone. And I just thought it was alright. I just thought it was okay. And I don't think that I was actually like, oh my fucking god, that's one of the best things I've ever heard. It just felt very steady. And that's fine sometimes. But that's how I felt about it. And then I listened to their next album because I was like, there's got to be a little bit more here, which is White Pony. And that album is good. Again, stylistically, it might not find there were many differences, but I felt that the songs were a lot more mature. Structurally, they were a lot more engaging and interesting. They were more diverse in tone, in style, delivery, and I found that album a significant improvement. If I was going to point anybody in the direction of Deftones, I would say go to Black Pony. And I'd not heard of that album. I'd heard of the songs on the album, some of them, particularly Change in the House of Flies is obviously a big one. But yeah, there was lots on there, you know, when I initially thought of Deftones, I thought of Around the Fur, and now I think of White Pony. And in the Deftones fandom, that might be a very common opinion, I've no idea. It was a marked improvement on the first album that I listened to of Deftones, I thought.